Nobody says don't enjoy the luxuries. That's what I meant. Enjoy it. Have a nice car, a nice house, a nice wife. You can have 4 if you want. Don't worry. I didn't tell you that, eh? The Quran says that. Right, Brother Saeed? Yeah, you need only 1 house. You can have 4 houses and 4 wives. Brother Farid, did the Quran say that? Okay, I hope you don't change the law, eh? Allah says that, not me. His Rasul says, enjoy life. So why are you looking at those things in life that will send you to hell? And on the day of judgment, we will be asked, how did we spend this life? Fornication, adultery, haram in college and university, all over the place, and you don't want to have a halal wife and you have 4 haram women? What life are we living? Islam? You have your youths and your sons and daughters committing sex and fornication all over haram, as opposed to having 1 halal wife, they have 4 haram women. And then you tell me they're seeking success in this world? What are we talking about? Islam? Or are we just following this dunya? Let's get serious, man. This is the Islam. You know, life is strange, eh? I'll share an example for you. MashaAllah, alhamdulillah. Myself and a brother went to rent a car a couple days ago. I just got to share this for you. Time is not permit. Time is really out, but we're running. I'll have to quote the hadith and done, inshallah. I'll show you how this dunya is corrupted. Myself and a brother. The brother is sitting in the audience right here, so I have witness. Went to rent a car. And the guy by the counter, so we say, there's a second driver, would the fee be waived? The brother is right here in the audience. I said, no, it wouldn't be waived. You have to pay for it. Said, all right. He said, so how do we get it waived? He said, if 2 of you all were married, you would be able to waive it. He said, you can marry each other, you know, man and man, same sex permissible. Nothing wrong. Why don't you do it? I'm like, wow. And he said, anyhow, enjoy your holidays. I have to stay and work. You go enjoy yourself. It'll be all right. I'm like, oh my Lord. I started to sweat. I'm like, a Muslim brother praying 5 times a day cannot tell another Muslim brother that you could have another wife, 4 wives. Here's a man telling me you could have a man. And I can't say anything about it. I had to smile and say, oh yes, I know that, sir. Thank you very much. You see what has happened today? I'm sure I'd have ladies who will criticize me for saying that the Quran and the Sunnah permits more than 1 wife. But I bet you they ain't going to criticize that. They'll have to smile and say, yeah, rights in America. No rights for Muslims, rights for... That I just experienced a few days ago. That's how shaitan is mastering this world, and have you and I follow into suit, and we don't guide our children to understand the true Islam. It's that time, and a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. So on the day of judgment, my brothers and sisters, your youths, your children that you would have invested in to do righteous deeds, and I'm saying let them become the doctors and the lawyers and the engineers and have the houses and the cars and enjoy it. Allah gives us that permission and the beautiful things in the world. But make sure you guide them and advise them on what is the Sirat al-Mustaqim, the right path. So in the next life, they will be under the shade of Allah. You see, a lot of us is asking Allah, I want to be under the shade, but you're going somewhere else under the sun. The youth, Allah will ask, what have you done with your youth? 5 questions, and we'll conclude the khutbah, inshallah. I'm just taking a little 5 minutes extra. It's a public holiday, inshallah. What have you done with your youth? Think about the questions that Allah will ask us about. Those are the things that people abuse today. And I want to remind myself and you about this, because today again, a new year, 2016, new Islamic year, 1437. Please invest your time, your money in what Allah will ask us about in the next world. What have you done with your youth? How have you spent your life? Allah will ask us, how have you spent your life? What are you going to tell Allah? Only building properties and buying land? And buying and selling motor cars? But I find that's your job. You're a real estate agent, so you could buy and sell land. Don't worry, that's your profession. But would that be the thing? How have you spent your life? Make sure we have the answers that will make the continuation in the next world better for us. What have you done with the knowledge? Allah will say, what have you done with the knowledge I gave you? Whether it's academic education, you're an accountant, did you use the money to rob the government? To steal from Uncle Sam? Did you use your computer degree to hack other people's systems? Did you use your computer IT technicality to propagate Islam, to do good, or to only make the dollar? Did you use your ability? You can cook. Do you cook only to sell and make money, or you cook also and feed people in the path of Allah? How have you used your cooking ability, your IT technicality? How have we used the knowledge that we have? Whether the knowledge doesn't only mean the Quran and the Hadith, my brothers and sisters. All of you and all of us who are in the academic world, we will be asked, how did we use that academic knowledge for the betterment of the path of Allah? You understand? And then Allah will ask us, fourth question, how did you earn your money, halal or haram? Did you rob people? Did you rob your big brother? Did you rob your younger brothers and sisters? Did you cheat your father and mother to get the property? How did you earn it? Some of us, if you did cheat and rob, go give it in zakat if your parents died. If you robbed and cheat anybody to become rich, go and give that percentage in sadaqah. Otherwise, you will have to answer for it on the day of judgment. You have nobody to pay to. You have nobody to pay to. The angels don't need that money and Allah doesn't need it. We're going to have to go to hell and pay for it. So don't wait to go to hell to pay for the people you robbed and we stole from to become rich and mighty. Go pay it in zakat and charity from now, don't worry. Well, you could donate it to Al Hikmat, Dawah services, don't worry. We'll spread it and halal it for you. But I'm telling you, that's a serious law. If you rob and you did injustice to people, family members, to become rich or to do things, give that percentage of whatever you rob in the path of Allah. That's the least you could do. And make tawbah and pray and give it out in sadaqah. On the day of judgment, you can't pay for it. It's already too late. After you do so and the eyes are closed and the life is gone, that's it. Okay? If you know your father or your mother or someone did the same thing, and you have that money that you benefited from, you give that percentage out in the path of Allah so your parents don't punish for it. These are serious fiqh laws. I ain't going to do a fiqh class now, but you could contact us in Al Hikmat if you want some more details on that. Because that's a major corruption. I get a lot of complaints of people here in America. When they come here, how many people they rob back home and what they did and what they didn't do to get rich in America. Be careful, you don't have to pay for it. Fourth question, how you earn your wealth. Fifth question, how did you use the wealth that Allah gave you? Those are 5 questions we'll have to answer for. Not only how, you see, a lot of us might think, oh yeah, how I used it, so you're going to do a lot of nice things to look nice. How we also earned it will be questioned for. All right, my brothers and sisters? So time really doesn't permit. I got to conclude. I wish I could have tell you the 7 people who will be under the shade of Allah, but I only told you and myself one person, the youth. The youth is a very powerful time in our life. Those who spend their youth in the path of Allah will be under the shade of Allah. All right? If you didn't spend it in the path of Allah, you will be asked by Allah what you did with it. So those of you who did not do good with it, make tawbah and try to do good now. It's never too late. Wallahu ghafur rahim. Allah is most merciful. Allah is most forgiving. Do what you could do now and make up for your younger days that you abused, inshallah. And as I said, you see, a lot of us, we hear all these lectures and khutbahs and all the sheikhs and all the imams, but I don't know when we're going to make this change. I still have people come and tell me all these foolish dreams they have in the world, and I'm yet to see them talking of dreams in the path of Allah, fi sabilillah, in the path of Allah, invest in their children in the path of Allah. It's all about telling me dunya as though I don't, alhamdulillah, and Allah is telling me something else. I listen to them and say, you bunch of idiots, I wish you understand. What you are doing to yourself and your children. You're leading yourself to hell and you're leading your children to hell. Well, what am I going to tell them? They're telling me. So I listen and say, astaghfirullah. Be careful. And just two people again, under the shade of Allah, it says people who love each other for the pleasure of Allah. If two people love Allah, love themselves, love to a friend, or their wife, or their spouse, or their neighbor, love someone for the pleasure of Allah, that those two people will be under the shade of Allah. Which means everything you do should be for the pleasure of Allah. And that person who loves the masjid, the house of Allah, attached to it, build it, support it, pray in it, and their hearts are connected to the house of Allah, houses of Allah, they will be under the shade of Allah before people are even being questioned. It's like they got the sophisticated air-conditioned, first-class VIP treatment. You know, everywhere you go nowadays, you want the best hotel, the best room, the air-conditioned, top stage, top position, cool, comfortable. Well, the people who do these things, the youths and those who love for the sake of Allah and attach to the house of Allah, and those who give charity with the right hand and not let the left hand know, these are the people who will be under the shade of Allah. They don't have to worry of the consequences. And when you're under the shade of Allah, you could only be going on priority access route. You know, when you're boarding American Airlines and the airline, who are the first people to call board the plane? Business class. So you can't tell Allah, I'm a businessman, I want to go first in paradise. You say you're a businessman, but you're not in business class. My business is Islam. You're probably in a different business down there. My business here, you know, shughlahu, as Allah says in the Quran, Allah will say, my business is the Quran and the Sunnah of Rasulullah. If you're in that class, you're in first class to enter paradise, inshallah. That's a different business class.